Hey everybody, welcome back to America's Heroes, and thank you, Earl, for letting us use the comic store once again.
No problem, anytime.
Alright, how you doing this week, by the
Pretty
way?
good, pretty good.
Cool.
Getting ready for the holidays.
Yep, ready for the holidays. Hello, as you guys know, I am Josh, and this is Earl. We are so glad to be here today, this week, and we're going to be doing an America's Heroes video every other week, or for now, every other week, so keep out for that, keep watching for that. So today, our video is going to be discussing the DC's new rebooted kind of franchise, or their relaunch of all their titles. Basically, what happened is DC used their Convergence series and decided to branch off and renew that. Isn't that right?
Well, decided to branch off and on some of the books, go ahead and start a new, just basic new direction for them.
New direction?
Yeah, because Convergence originally was just stated to be a placeholder while DC was moving their offices from New York to California. What Convergence did was basically introduce the entire multiverse to the readers, and in the main DC universe, which is referred as the New 52, a lot of things. A few books changed. Batgirl changed, where she was more of a. It started before Convergence, but it really ramped up after, where they had her as a young teenage girl, going through the different trials of life at that point. But DC had also canceled around 25 books.
Wow, really?
And started a bunch more. Some more like Batmite, Bizarro. They canceled Red Hood and the Outlaws and brought it back as Red Hood and Arsenal. Starfire got her own book. So it was just a different direction they were trying. They wanted to try some new stuff, maybe just seeing what would stick with the fans.
Why relaunch now? I know they just, kind of just relaunched it again with the New 52, like in 2010 or 11.
Yeah, well, this wasn't so much more of a relaunch because it didn't change history.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All it did was it just introduced a lot of different characters into DC's history now. But they're still on their other planets. It also introduced that the pre-52 Superman and Lois Lane are actually in the New 52 universe.
Oh, wow.
There's a new book called The Adventures of, I think it's Lois and Superman and Lois, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but basically Superman and Lois Lane are in the New 52 universe right now.
Okay, so
in the background, kind of hiding in the shadows.
So the DCU is more organizing their characters, properties, in their books?
Sure. And I mean, they did away with some lower selling books and started bringing out these other books. Unfortunately, a lot of these books that they just recently put out didn't really catch on. So then a lot of the newer books are now on the chopping block.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
Yeah, I mean, some of them were supposed to be 12-issue series. They were cut down to 6. Omega Man was going to be canceled, but they decided to go ahead and continue it and let it finish out its 12-issue run. In fact, starting in January, there are going to be a bunch of books that get canceled, and then they're going to announce the next wave of new titles. Yeah, Convergence just allowed them, when fans came back, it was just a change of direction for certain storylines. For instance, after Convergence ended and the Batman book came back, you found that Jim Gordon was now Batman.
Yes.
And was wearing the costume. So it's not so much the universe changed, they just changed the storylines. The writers wanted to try to go into a different direction.
Okay, yeah.
Try something new, and it didn't work out too well. Batman is okay, but it's not Batman without Bruce Wayne being Batman.
Yeah, I really didn't get behind Jim Gordon being the new Batman. I didn't like them kind of addressing or saying that Batman was just a title, not one person.
Oh, no, yeah. Batman's definitely one person.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Now, there have been a few people debating this online that I saw, but I know this probably really isn't fact, but what do you think of the kind of debate amongst fans that DC is copying Marvel in their relaunching?
No.
Nah.
No, no, not at all. Relaunching is nothing new. DC did it first back in 1985 with Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they did it multiple times throughout the 90s, just not on as drastic scale. Marvel, on the other hand, has always, they've never relaunched their universe like a hard relaunch. And even still, this last one wasn't a hard relaunch, because whenever everybody came back, we still don't know how Secret Wars ended. And we won't know until
It's still going
the
on.
last issue comes out. But Peter Parker still has a multinational company. You know, all the characters, a lot of them seem to be at the same place they were before Secret Wars. So, Secret Wars was just meant to get rid of all the garbage out of the history. And it's been said in the past that whenever something happened in a Marvel comic that they just want to just like totally forget, they just waited long enough for it to be out of the fans' minds, and that's how they got rid of it. They don't mention it, fans don't remember it.
Yeah.
I consider it a soft relaunch. The only hard relaunch DC did was back in '85 with Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I would say the New 52, except for Batman and Green Lantern, they kept those storylines still kind of active. I still personally believe that in Flashpoint, Flash didn't change the timeline. He just went to a different Earth.
That would make a lot more sense.
And the New 50, because what would make the reason it makes sense now is that what the pre-52 Superman, if he's in the New 52 universe now, then the Flash's universe, the universe that the Flash came from, that he was in Flashpoint, still existed, and the New 52 is a different Earth. So that's the way I'm thinking it is. It's a totally different Earth, and Flash is not of that Earth.
Hey guys, I'm Josh, and I wanted to take a very quick break for Earl to give us a bit of a promo for his store that he's going to have this week here at America's Heroes. So, Earl, why don't you tell him about the big event that's going on?
Alrighty. Every year we do a Veterans Day sale. If Veterans Day were to fall on a Friday, we run the sale for Friday through Sunday. Well, this year falls on a Wednesday. So we're going to run the sale from Wednesday through Sunday. Everything in the store is going to be on sale, with the exception of this week's new releases, comics and merchandise, comic supplies, collecting supplies, and any sideshow toy items, unfortunately. There's a reason behind that. But
good one, too.
and everything else is going to be on sale at a minimum 25% off. Discounts will be going as high as 50% continually. We'll also have some specials out. We will post on our Facebook and our Twitter account. That's going to blow your socks off.
Yeah, the Facebook and Twitter account are right here, so go check those out. And yes, the Veterans Day sale, it will be from Wednesday to Sunday.
To close Sunday.
Yep, so definitely check it out. We are here at America's Heroes off of 2nd Street and Rancier here in the Fort Hood, Killeen area. So if you guys are in this area, please come. It'll be a great event. So hopefully we'll see you guys there soon. What would be the series or character that people would gravitate more in this new organization of the DC Universe?
I would say probably Justice League.
Justice League?
Yeah. Justice League is bringing that big feel, that big, like, you know, when there's a big event happening. They've been doing this Dark Side War storyline, which is really good. And about a year and a half ago, they did Forever Evil, which was amazing.
I love that.
So I would say Justice League would be the book that everyone to gravitate to. Plus, you have all the big heroes in it.
Yeah.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Flash. So they're all in there. And I had one person explain to me, like, why would... He goes, I don't buy their individual books because I can get them all in this one book. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
For you personally, what was your favorite era for the DC Comics?
Oh, right after Crisis on Infinite Earths. It was a great starting point. You could jump straight in. Everything was straight off the bat. You know, they started off... the Batman comics had stopped at 403. Crisis came out. 404 came out, it was year one by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. So you got Batman's origin right off the bat. Superman, you had Man of Steel 1 through 6 by John Byrne, origin straight up. Wonder Woman, number 1 through 6, her origin and journey into man's world by George Perez and Lynn Wein was amazing.
Love George Perez.
Yep. And everybody who had a book back then, Flash, Green Lantern, you got all these books out, and it was from a fresh start.
Yeah.
Not a soft reboot, but it was like just, straight, completely new. It was amazing.
I think for me, I think my favorite era would probably have to be the Jim Lee Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably one of the best versions of Batman that we've gotten on in comics so far.
The great thing about when Jim Lee did Batman was when they had that story come out. Batman, there was no big grand scheme to kill Batman. There was no big grand scheme to get him out of the way. He got injured because Hush cut his batarang line.
Oh, yeah.
It was that simple. He fell, and he needed surgery. And it's not like somebody had him tied up to a rocket and we're going to shoot him into space or anything like that. It was just something, his batarang line could break while he's swinging across anywhere, and the same thing could happen.
I know, he's the most human superhero.
Sure.
So our last question: what could be some of the positives and or negatives that come out of the DCU?
Some of the negatives that I see a lot is right now they're taking a bunch of actual C and D-list characters and giving them their own titles, and it generally doesn't work that way.
Like who?
Batman, Batmite,
Oh.
Bizarro, the Omega Men.
Yeah.
Instead of having great quantity of books, you can have a smaller amount of books, but just better quality. Batman monthly books only has, if I'm not mistaken, I think just 2. Batman and Detective. Dark Knight's gone, Batman and Robin's gone. He isn't Batman and Superman, but, that's a team-up book.
Yeah.
And then there's Batman and Robin Eternal, but that's limited series. I think they just need to cut it down and concentrate on some of the bigger names that they have. And, put your best writers and artists on some of the top books. I've always said that continuity actually hinders a lot of the writers' ability to tell the stories they want to tell.
Well, yeah.
Without having to worry about what a writer did 2 years ago. But unfortunately, in this day and age, I saw it with some of the more recent stuff, especially Convergence, that when you try to change things up and mess with the continuity, fans don't like it.
Yeah, very much.
They want it to fit. If something that is said in issue 1 is contradicted in issue 20, they remember it and they voice their opinion on it.
Oh yeah, fans want their heroes to be just like they like them. They want them to be their own little world.
Never change.
Yep. Alright, thank you guys for sticking around this video. Thank you, Earl, for letting us
You're welcome.
stay in America's Heroes. If you guys don't know where America's Heroes Comics and Games is, it's in Killeen, Texas, the Fort Hood, Killeen area off of Rancier and 2nd Street. Come here. Amazing little shop. Amazing place you got here.
Thank you.
Alright, and don't forget to stay tuned for in 2 weeks. We'll be back with another video, and we might have something pretty cool. Maybe talking about TV shows. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys, and I'm Josh, and that's Earl. Keep it nerdy.